This is becoming an increasingly serious flooding situation across the Front Range site.
They're telling people to move to higher ground immediately, climb to higher ground immediately.
This is the Boulder Creek. I'm going to have Brian, who's been braving the elements all night for us, come. This will not be safe much longer.
Remember that? This was exactly 1 year ago. I was here along with Mike, Marshall, many others working overnight and into the morning hours as waves of water devastated many parts of our state. And when the storms moved out, we were left with hundreds of millions of dollars in damage. So 1 year later, we are asking how your money is tracked to make sure that it's being used appropriately on repairs. Marshall Zelinger is always investigating and seeing how the state is following your tax dollars. Marshall?
And $262 million federal and state dollars already approved to repair 18 cities and counties. That total is expected to reach more than $400 million. And that's not counting the hundreds of millions to quickly repair the state highways. So we went to find out who's following the money. We remember the images of rushing water. It's what's happening after they receded that has us following the flood money.
Is it possible for a city or county to request money and use it for something else?
It is very difficult.
Kevin Klein is the director of Colorado's Department of Emergency Management. He's in charge of cutting the checks when cities and counties request FEMA money.
So we don't give them the whole thing until it's all done. So it's a reimbursement program.
In 1 year, 18 counties have been granted $262 million federal FEMA dollars for more than 1,100 projects.
Is FEMA concerned about fraud?
We certainly have enough review steps, procedures in place that if there's anything questionable, it's certainly, we're on guard to catch it.
So we went and checked. Gregory Canyon Creek near the Boulder Flatirons is barely a trickle. But based on this application for FEMA funding, last year, water from the creek cost about $175,000 in damage to the asphalt and sidewalks. 7 News finding new handicap-accessible sidewalks and current work still being done on another sidewalk and curb. And look at this online map image. It actually captured the work taking place at 55th and Central in Boulder, a $10,500 FEMA request to repair pavement, asphalt, the road shoulder, and steel handrails.
It's going to take 6 years. To get all these projects done.
We'll continue to follow the money as those projects get completed. One other tidbit I learned: 1 year later, there are still 20 families living in FEMA trailers, many in Weld County. At the peak, there were 90 families.